Did you get notifications?
No.
It says we're live.
It says you're live.
I gotta put up the chat too because I always forget to do that part, and then I'm like figuring at it.
It's not coming up on your videos yet.
Stop it, baby. Oh wait, I just saw it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it on my phone.
Huh. What happened? Well, for one, I'm not even logged into the right account on here.
Oh.
Oh wait, no, I'm live.
Are you?
Well, for one, I'm not even.
Oh, now you are. Okay, I see you.
Hold on, guys. I can't see chat yet. I'm trying to pop it up. You know how it goes. You know how it goes. So, you know what? I'm not disappointed. I don't want to say I'm disappointed. I'm sad it's over.
I'm very sad it's over. I'm not disappointed at all in the episode. I thought it was actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be because, like, I think it was today that Sansa was somewhere and she said that everybody was going to be disappointed in the episode. So I don't know if she really felt that way or she was trying to like tone it down a little bit. But we talked a little bit before we went live that, like, I mean, I was like screaming at the TV. I was crying. Like, I mean, my kids came running in thinking I was dying, you know, because I was like, no. And I mean, I was like wailing. It wasn't like a little tear here. I was like,
I was the same way. Well, I didn't actually cry ever. But I was screaming. I was just like, oh no, is he gonna stab her? Is he gonna stab her? He's gonna stab her. I was literally like,
oh. And for just like that fleeting moment when they were like embraced, I thought they were gonna be like, oh, it's gonna be warm and fuzzy, you know, and they're not, nothing's gonna happen. And then when you heard it, and at first I was like, who stabbed who? Like, you know, and I was, and then you just see the blood trickling down, and that's when I was like, no, you know, and then Drogon, oh my God. Drogon broke my heart. I mean, I know he's a dragon and all and scary, but he was like, that's his mama. That's
that I know that probably got me more than anything this episode. Well, no, the ending, like the very end. I loved how it ended for the Starks, really. I mean, the North got to still be free. That was like their big thing.
Yeah. Nick said he was disappointed in the episode.
I'm a little disappointed too, just a little bit. Hold on one second.
Okay.
Oh, my sister just hung up on me. She called me and she hung up on me. Thanks, Madeline.
Oh, hi, Chabby. How are you?
Hey, how are you doing, Chabby? I haven't seen you in a hot minute. Where you been? How you doing?
Oh, Jacob Luna says, boo. Really? Am I the only one that loved this episode?
You know what it is? I don't think I'm a little just I think it's more just also I'm just sad it's over. I'm just like upset it's over.
Well, next week they have like a little, I don't know, history of the making or something of this last episode. So there is one more episode with everybody in it, but it's not the actual show. But how excited were you when another time I screamed was when Ghost and John saw each other again?
Oh, I know, and his little ears all ripped off.
Oh, but I was so happy. I wish that Nymeria would have came back. I really thought that Arya was going to see Nymeria because of the pop and the t-shirt and all that. So I was a little surprised that they didn't have her see her one more time.
Yeah.
You know, and then the ending, I personally think the best ending would have been, because you know how Bran said, oh, maybe I can find him about Drogon?
Oh, yeah, he can control him, can he? Ward, whatever it's called.
Yeah, I don't know if he could control him or if he could like fly with him, but I wish they would have like done the whole like he's somewhere in Happy Dragon Land with other dragons and dragon babies, and you know what I mean? Like to say like the dragons go on.
Did you in that moment though, did you feel like Drogon was smarter than every human like in Westeros?
Yeah.
He just also I don't know why he didn't kill John. Is it just because
I think personally, I think Drogon knew why he did it, but he was still angry. You know what I mean? Like he had this common like respect for John, and he knew why it had to happen, but it still made him very upset and angry. And he's like, well, nobody's going to sit on that throne if my mama's not sitting on that throne.
right? He was like, you know, all this for this stupid piece of metal, like for a chair. And he was just like,
yes.
melt. Which I don't know if it was Nick. Who was it? Somebody said they wanted had that theory a while back. I think it was you, Nick, saying that you think the dragon, one of them was going to melt the throne. And you were right. It happened. It happened. Yeah. Nobody got to sit in it in the end.
Except Sansa did get to sit in a throne. At first, I thought that was Cersei's crown, but it was different in the front.
Yeah.
You know, so because I thought they like made an exact replica of it, like she was replacing Cersei or something, but it was like totally different. But I kind of didn't understand that though, because like, did she get like named to be queen, or did Bran put her in that position? Like, I wish they would have clarified that a little bit.
I think just because of Stark, you know, Stark has always like been the king of, you know, the rulers of the North, that I think she just, you know,
kind of took it.
Yeah. Right. Like, who's going to argue with it really at this point?
Right. Because everybody was bowing to her and stuff. And I would have assumed that there would have been a part where like Bran would have said like, oh, you're going to be my queen, or not in a weird way, but like, you know, you're going to be up there with me. You know what I mean? And that didn't happen either. I feel like left just a big kind of hole there.
Yeah. I felt that, Jacob, you're just mad she died. Okay. I get it. You're mad. She was your fave. You're rooting for her. I was too until last episode. Then I was kind of, and even tonight, there were times where I was like, oh, maybe Dany isn't so bad, like with certain things she said. But when John had said to her, like, well, what about, you know, the people who don't want, basically, you know, don't want to follow you. She was like, well, they don't have a choice. He knew then, like, well, no, like, yeah. You got to go. Sorry.
I'm still very sad she died like that. And I'm sad. I'm glad they didn't make it linger. Like they didn't have this whole, like, where she's like looking in his eyes, like, you know, like this big, like drawn out, like, how could you type of a thing as she collapses, you know what I mean? So I was glad that didn't happen, because that I think would have just tore my heart out and like just ripped it into shreds, because I still love my girl. I'm sorry. I feel like last week she had to do what she had to do. And I know a lot of people don't agree with me, but you know,
I don't think she had to do all that though. I really don't. She was my girl too. She's really who I wanted in the end, because through the whole thing she was kind of like level-headed, and except for what she did to Samwell's dad. I mean, if that's the thing, like she was kind of like a hypocrite in a way, because she like freed all these people at first, and she's like, hey, you can go off and do what you want, or you can, you know, serve me, because like you're free to do what you want. And at first you were like, wow, that's awesome, and most people served her because she was awesome. And then at the end there, she was just like, well, they don't get a choice now, they have to bend the knee or die. Yeah. And you're becoming like every other ruler, then everybody before you.
Yeah, you know, I feel like her main focus was people that have ever been like taken into some type of slavery because of how her brother treated her. So I think that became her main focus, I truly think she felt she was doing the right thing. I think she felt like she was doing what was needed to free people that have been put down in the world. And then, but she wasn't looking at just people as being innocent people. Like she viewed people, if they didn't follow her, then they weren't innocent, whether it's a child or a woman or a man or an army person, whatever. She just felt like if you're not going to follow her, then you're not doing the right thing in life and you need to go. So I don't know if she necessarily did it in a mean way, but I think I think her intentions.
Dang train again. Jesus. It's like it's rush hour now all of a sudden. Was there a Cubs game today? Jesus. Well, first let's say another quick hi to the chat. Hey, DK, Simone, Space Child. You're in the other room. Tabby Smith, hello. Alexandra, hey, girl. And Nick, yeah, she could have just burned the red keep. She could have stopped when they gave in. They gave in. They were like, okay.
100% I agree with you. That when the bell rang, she should have stopped. But I think that, how do I put this? Any woman with a temper could have appreciated a little bit. She was like, okay, I'm not done yet. And just kind of, I can't say I wouldn't have done the same thing. Like you get so, upset about like I think everything just kind of came down on her. At one time, you killed my best friend. My man is not standing by my side. I'm getting deceived by everybody. And then I think she just lost it a little. I think she just got upset, and I don't want my girl to be bad.
Yeah, I know. I didn't either. And real quick, Brick Spare. No, I did not take the pops off the wall. They're falling off now. 2 fell off while we were sleeping. Scared the crap out of me.
Oh my gosh.
So I don't know if it's because like the humidity in the air now, because it's starting to get warmer, because they stayed on there for months and then just decided to fall. So I still have 3 up there, but these guys are missing.
Anybody that doesn't live around here, I don't think can appreciate, like, it can become 75 and it feels like it's 100 because it's so humid. So like I'm like dripping sweat in my house, and it's probably like 60 degrees outside, but the humidity is so terrible, and we've had so much rain that it's just, the air is just thick. I mean, it's just disgusting. I mean, you saw my tree that came down. We had 2 tornadoes come through here the other day.
I know. Did that hailstorm that literally came out of nowhere, didn't it?
Get any hail today? You guys did?
No, the other night. It was like in the middle of the night. We were like Friday night. It was Friday night.
Okay. We did. I might have slept through it. I don't know.
It sounded like people were pelting rocks at our windows.
Oh.
And it came out of nowhere. There was just sitting here watching TV, and then a breeze started coming through, and then lightning and hail just started crashing on all the windows. We had to shut them. It was kind of messed up, actually. I'm surprised you slept through it.
Yeah, I'm sure I slept through it, or either that or we didn't have it here. I'm not sure, but if it was Friday night, I think I went to sleep early Friday night.
I did not. I should have, but I did not. Hey, Tasha, how you doing? Yeah, I'm sad it's over, guys.
Yeah, me too. But I know not very many people are Vikings fans, but if you want to watch a really, really, really great, amazing show that's similar to Game of Thrones, watch Vikings.
I know Nick was telling me about it too. I want one of my girlfriends, actually, she's been watching it since it started, and she really liked one Halloween, her and her boyfriend dressed up as like 2 of the characters from the show. I don't really know who specifically, but she was all about it.
It's Lagertha and Ragnar, because they're the 2 main people. So it's
probably.
Yeah. This is their last season too for Vikings. So it's like a whole, seriously, like the last season, the last couple of episodes, I could not sit down. Like I was standing up with my hand over my face, like way more brutal than anything in Game of Thrones you've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Like the stuff that happens, you wouldn't think so for the History Channel, but it's like really graphic.
Hi, Kitty. Yes, my cat is just bothering me tonight. Hello. Chabby said, what is Game of Thrones? Laughing face. I know you're lying.
Don't be lying.
And the dragon's not dead. Yes, can we sit back and appreciate that for a minute? Because I really did think he was gonna go tonight too.
Did you?
I did. Because I felt like if Danny goes, which I was for sure she was gonna die.
Yeah.
That the dragon would have to go too, because who's there to tame it? And then I was like literally shocked about how smart Drogon was there at the end. Like how just like he knew what he had to do. Like, I'm taking her, screw this place, screw you guys, screw this throne, and I'm out.
Well, and I'm sure you caught this. Like the first time that I got like the goosebumples was when she was standing up there and Drogon's wings were behind her. I was like, oh my God. It's like, that's so like metaphoric, that she's like the dragon, like, and then here's Drogon with the way they like had him behind her and stuff. I have goosebumps again right now just thinking about it. It was
that was pretty badass. You know that's going to be like on shirts. That would actually be a really cool pop scene, I think.
Oh my gosh, it would be so amazing. And speaking of pops, like they're coming out with all these new ones like November and December. I don't understand that. Why are they waiting so long to come out with?
I don't know. Yeah, that Jim Lee Wonder Woman. I want it. I want it. I remember
commented on that. I haven't seen that one.
Somebody sent it in one of the groups we're on the.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I saw your comment, but I didn't see the picture because I knew they were talking about like the Game of Thrones ones, and then you had mentioned that one, and I tried to go back to see the picture of it. I'll have to look it up tonight, see what it is. So is that coming out in December, like later on too?
I'm not 100% sure, but I want it because it looks good.
Well,
hey Mel, how are you doing? Did you watch Game of Thrones tonight? Are you shocked?
I'm sure Mel watched it.
Alexander Meh Perez says, so did Batman get the throne? Yes, he did. No, there was no Batman.
Oh, all right. Bye, Simone. Thank you for coming.
Bye, Simone. You have a good week, honey. I'm happy though with the Starks. I'm happy how that whole thing ended because let's face it, there wasn't many of them left. Their life has been like tragedy after tragedy and family member after family member just eating it. Like, I'm happy that Bran gets to rule because he's going to be smart about everything. Because he can see everything, right? So he knows the decisions he has to make, right, to make everything good. So he's perfect. I did, however, think that it was going to be Tyrion then, that he was going to have that speech.
I did too. And then the other thing too, I know I'm skipping around here, is when Brienne wrote about Jaime. That made me cry. I thought he was going to write like died in the arms of the woman he loved or something like that at the end. But the fact that she wanted to make sure that he was known as like this amazing person, I thought was so cool.
But dying, protecting his queen was just as like good as saying dying. You know what I mean?
But it was kind of like, this is what's going to go down in history. Not that he was like in love with his sister or, anything like that. None of the bad stuff. She wanted to make sure he was known for the good stuff. So that I thought was absolutely amazing. When Tormund was also, when he was at the wall, I thought that was so cool.
I know. There's still a chance in my mind for those two now. Because he's out of the picture. Although, when she was writing in the book, Manny said out loud, and I thought for a second they were going to say, he's like, did he put a baby in her? Because I thought maybe she was going to write and.
Yeah. Well, there's always the sequel. So I know
it's supposed to be a prequel, so they're not even alive.
Yeah. But the prequel they won't, but supposedly there's a sequel too to this. So, but I don't know how many thousands of years it's supposed to be after. So,
oh, nice one put. Hello, welcome to the stream, by the way. I'm going to miss watching Game of Thrones with my 15 and 16-year-old daughters. We spent quality time together when we watched the show. I understand. I understand what you mean.
My kids didn't watch. My kids were too young when it started, and even now, I don't think my girls could handle at 14 could handle watching it.
My daughter does not watch that show, Game of Thrones with me, but we do watch Walking Dead together, so I understand that. And then when that's over, I'm gonna miss that too because it's like our show, and we
Yeah,
watch it and talk about it afterwards. So I understand your pain, nice one. I
yeah,
would be.
watch cartoons with my kids, so they're still level. So my daughter's like a miraculous ladybug fanatic, so I watch that with her.
My 5-year-old. He is now 5, actually. This weekend has been full of birthday. Today is my now 3-year-old's birthday, and then Friday was my Cypress's. He turned 5, and then
Wow,
hopefully turned 3 today. Yeah, they're 2 years and 2 days apart. So,
wow! Happy birthday to the little lady dazed boys.
yeah, they're so sweet, and we spoiled them. We didn't do a party this year because I was working and stuff, but on Sai's birthday, we took him out and let him pick presents and his cake. And then today we took Oakley to go pick out some presents and a cake. Well, we got him cupcakes, and yeah, that's all we did this year, which was fine.
Oh, hey, String Bean, how are you? And somebody was coming in.
Bronco Juggalo, hello, how are you doing?
The one of these trailers, he says. So
I
he's
was in his stream the other day. He's cool cat. If anybody does not know him, check him out. They talk movies and other things.
I'm gonna subscribe right now.
Awesome. Bronco, you should subscribe back to Glamma Funko. She's also awesome.
There we go. Done.
Hey Bean.
Oh,
Hey Rebel. Did you watch it? Are you floored? Are you sad?
oh, hi, Brant the Punisher.
Oh man. Dude. And I was telling Manny after I'm not disappointed. I'm just I don't know other word, but like just sad. It's over. It just wasn't enough for me because I think it's just over. But you know what? It's like that with every show. I feel every show just ends, and you're kind of like, well, that sucks.
You're still on my phone, Gwen, but I lost you on my iPad.
Oh,
So
I still see you. You're fine.
okay,
You're
perfect.
good.
I'll just look at your lovely little picture in the middle of the screen that's vibrating like this.
Really? That's all you see? I see you just fine.
Yeah, no, that's all. But on my phone I can see you. So
Oh, okay. Okay, dokie. So you did think that Tyrion might have been the king. I really did think he was the king. And you know, all these pops too that came out with who like what was it, 5 of them on the throne? Not one of them was Bran.
no. And you know, and it's funny because I had said about Bran, I thought Bran might be on the throne a while back, and everybody I talked to, they're like, no, he's too deep, he's too this, he's all this kind of stuff, and then I got kind of caught up in the fact that like the pops with the throne and stuff, that it's got to be one of them. So I stopped even thinking about Bran. But I do think that was a good choice. And I think it was kind of cool how they made it where kind of like first voting happened. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry, I got to switch to live chat. Why can't I hear her now? What happened?
No, I'm not saying anything.
Oh, I'm sorry. He made me.
No, that's okay. You had said you had to switch to the live chat. I thought you were like moving something. I can't see you on the screen, and it's delayed on my phone, so I can't tell what you're doing.
Oh, okay. We're good. I'm still just hubby told me to switch it. I always forget to I always have it on top chat because it's like I guess the default setting the chat has. And he told me to put it to live chat because it's more consistent, I guess, to what. Gotcha. Good night, guys. I really want to avoid spoilers, but I'll hook you up next time. Bronco Juggalo, we understand.
Hi, Mary 777. Hi, Cassandra. How are you?
They should change his name from Bran the Broken to Bran the Schemer.
Did I miss that before tonight that he was called Bran the Broken?
I didn't know he was Bran the Broken. No, yeah. I didn't know either, Glamma.
Because in Vikings, like I won't spoil anything if you're gonna watch it, but this one guy is called Ivar the Boneless. Oh, there, you're back now. So it was kind of like that kind of made me think of, because like that's how they named also in Vikings, that I don't know, maybe they got that from that. I'm not sure. Like, because that was the first.
I really want to watch this Viking show. Okay, cat, but
Well, and they say Ivar the Boneless because he had issues down there because he was paralyzed. So that's why they call him that. And but he was like this like ruthless ruler. And so but yeah, you gotta watch it. It's
Tyrion really named him that when tonight, Nick, or like in the past? Because I don't remember him.
I think it was tonight because I've never heard that before.
I knew I loved Drogon. I didn't even know him. Rebel. He was the best part of tonight, I think. Well, except for the ending. I'm really happy for Arya too. But Drogon, he is really like, I don't know. He was just smarter than most humans, at least tonight.
And like, and I do think that Game of Thrones did a really good job with Drogon in this, like with just all the graphics and just how they made him so like it would have been sad if like they just had him like fly away or like be angry. I liked that they showed that he really cared about her and really loved her. You know what I mean? And so I'm glad. I think they did an amazing job with that. I really do.
Yeah, I'm oh my God, stop. I'm sorry. My phone is blowing up because everybody's like, did you watch it? Did you watch it? Leroy, Bran, king of the chair. Yeah, I guess technically he's been sitting on the throne the whole time, right? I mean, 'cause that's the throne now.
Yeah. Speech fairies, yes, we tied glad he burned the throne too, because he was kind of like this. My mom got killed over this thing. You know,
yes, Cassandra, this is Mr. Mittens McTube Socks.
McTube Socks.
Because he's got mittens in the front and tube socks in the back.
How many cats do you have, Gwen?
I just have the one. I have one cat, one dog, and a bearded dragon.
Okay. Yeah, I have 3 dogs and a parrot that talks all day long.
You really have a parrot?
I do. Yes, it's very annoying. It gets mad if we don't pay attention to it, so it squawks like it sounds like the Psycho thing. It's like over and over, and then it just keeps talking and talking and talking like nonstop. We thought it was really cute to teach it to talk until it didn't stop talking, and it calls our names. It hollers out for us. He'll be like,
you know what I just discovered, and I mean, I guess this sort of works with Game of Thrones too, is because they send ravens when they're like, that's how they text each other. Send a raven.
That's funny.
I just discovered that they talk too. Like ravens can mimic people. Like there was this guy who was just filming himself feeding the bird, like just a random one that like landed next to him, and he's like, he just starts going, hello.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, ravens can talk.
They're actually the best talkers out there. And if I would have planned this whole bird thing out, I probably would have gotten one of these. They're called Indian ringnecks. And if you just look up Indian ringneck talking on YouTube, you will die laughing because they sound like humans talking. And
really?
There's a couple like kind of famous ones that are on YouTube that are absolutely hysterical.
G-Man says, how does Sansa separate herself from the rest of the kingdoms? Man, apparently very easily. G-Man, she was like, the North is an independent kingdom. And I mean, at that point, Bran was king of all of it, so.
It was then. Sansa was queen of that one, of whatchamacallit?
Winterfell, the North.
So she was queen of that, and he was king of everything else.
Yes.
That's what it was then. I did not put that together. Thank you, G-Man. I didn't put that together until just now.
She did. She said, I'm queen of the North, and we've always been independent, so we're going to stay that way. And again, I'm happy with the Starks, though, because, again, all the stuff that's happened to them throughout the series. Like, tonight, everybody because Sansa wanted to be queen. Let's be honest. She wanted it badly. Even when they were like, "Oh, John is the, he's the one who's supposed to be next in line," she was kind of like, "Well, I don't 100% know about that." But but why they think Sansa? She didn't do shit. She kind of did. She helped win the Battle of the Bastards. I mean, let's be honest. I like the birds that make my car alarms, but I don't want one. Well, yeah, I've seen that. The birds mimic car alarms.
Yeah, birds are so loud and so messy, like, and they live forever. Like, mine's not going to live like 80 years like some of them do, but it's going to live like 30 years.
Nerdy Treasure said, "I don't know what to do with myself anymore. I now feel lost." I agree with you. Your sentiments exact.
Yeah.
Because I was telling Glamma at first, I'm like, I'm on the fence with this episode. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. And I don't know what it, and I just feel it's probably just because like it's over. So what do you think?
There's lots of things you don't know about me. She's like, I didn't know you had a bird.
Yeah, I didn't know either. I mean, I would assume I'd probably hear it in a video here and there, but no, I've never heard.
No, that's because it's downstairs in like its own room because it's so loud. I can shut the door.
Gotcha.
Hi, birdie. So yeah, it's not loud when it's out. It's out a lot, but when it's in its cage, it's loud because it wants to be out.
I didn't even think Daenerys that would have at least be good.
Hi, Brenda. How are you, honey? Yes.
Hey, Brenda M. How you doing, girl? I'm serious. Anytime you want to come live with me, Brenda M., show your face to the world. We'd love to see it. Hit me up. I'm so sad of my favorite shows ended this week: Game of Thrones and Big Bang Theory. I've seen a few episodes of Big Bang Theory, and I don't hate it and I don't love it. I didn't watch it from beginning to end, so I don't really have that much of an opinion on it. I really like that girl with the blonde with the cute voice.
I've never seen it.
It was perfect ending, very pleasing, but it wasn't ending. But okay. Also, am I to believe too that Grey Worm and the Unsullied was like, no, we want this guy to suffer and not take any children and yada yada yada. So he's got to go back to the freaking wall and the Night's Watch. John poked his auntie twice. YouTube watcher? I mean, facts. That's the truth.
I thought Grey Worm was gonna like shoot him with an arrow or something when he was.
Oh, but yeah, with that death stare, he just watched him go by like. Yeah. I thought he was gonna stab Tyrion too when he was giving his speech. I was like, he was in the background looking big mad, like so mad. I was like, dude, he's gonna stab him or something.
I'm surprised more people didn't die.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, so I'm to believe that like John now, like he just went north of the wall. Is he just going to be a wildling and do what he wants and live free?
I think so. Yeah. Hey, Kent Pool, how are you?
Hey, Kent, how you doing?
I miss everything. We're done now.
Yeah, you missed everything. Everything. No, did you watch tonight already? Because if you didn't, I would jump out because we're not spoiling shit tonight.
Yeah.
We talking all about it. But I gotta thank you, Kempool, because you put a post for the 4-pack of the McFarlane figs of Stranger Things. And anybody else listening, they were on clearance at GameStop. When you posted it, bro, you said 10 something. When we found it, we paid 7 something. And that thing was originally like 40 or $50.
Did you go on Pro Day Saturday?
Huh?
You probably went on. Did you go on Pro Day like Saturday? I think.
Yeah.
That's why it was cheaper.
I didn't even know that. I was at work. We tried to get it the day before, and then he got it for me when I was at work, and then picked me up and was like, "I found it," and I was like, "Yes!"
Yeah. They do. Yeah, the Pro Days are actually really good deals. If you have like their card, you can do it online too. I totally forgot about it. I knew about it, and then it escaped me. So. Yeah, Kent's like the finder. He like sent me a message the other day for something at Walmart, and I was like, yes.
Beach fairies, you were not modded. Oh, I can't hear you now, Glamma. What happened?
Oh no, I wasn't saying anything. I'm sorry. I was reading.
Oh.
I apologize.
Oh, I see. No, I was backed out anyway. I couldn't see. I, I was behind because I was watching the other chat because I clicked on. I have a touch screen and it gets fidgety sometimes.
So you can watch the chat and the video on your screen?
Well, I have two windows open, but if I click on the window with the screen, the actual Google Hangouts chat disappears, and so I only see the YouTube delayed version. And Alexandra Press, I have not gotten your letter yet, sweetie. Because this week we just never got a chance to go to the PO box, but I will probably do it Monday. So
I have to get a PO box. I have to do that because like my husband's starting to freak out over all the packages I'm sending. I don't know with my address on it. He's like,
oh, I thought you were saying my husband's just freaking out for the packages, and I had to start sneaking them in the house.
No, unfortunately, he works at home, so he sees all my packages coming in. Once in a while, he's out at a client, and I can sneak a few in, but for the most part, he sees what comes into the house. So,
well, I got a PO box because people did want to send me stuff, so there's like safety reasons. Like, yeah. I appreciate you guys don't send me anything ever. Like, seriously, don't. But for safety reasons, because I don't know y'all like in real life. Although I like to think y'all are my friends. I thought it'd be safer to go PO box, but it's actually really quite handy because there's a lot of times where we've had stuff delivered to the house and they've just left it like on the porch. Sometimes just over the gate, which my gate is only like hip high, so anybody can just snag what you grab and walk out,
Drogon ate Danny. Bearded Pop Hunter.
Do you think?
No. No, I think he just took her to like kind of like bury her or something.
I mean, he is an animal though, right? So
he took her to go find a witch that can revive her.
I doubt that.
Some weird way, swear to God, I was waiting for like Danny to like walk up when John was like coming out of the wall or something with like Drogon like saved her or something, or like she went in the woods and healed or something weird.
I doubt it, guys. That's a theory that I'm just gonna have to doubt, but Nick nailed it with that throne being burnt.
Yeah. Alexandra wants your address so she can stalk you.
Girl, I'll give you my address. Come stalk me. Actually, we really need to get together, guys. The Chicago peeps need to get together.
Yes.
And hang.
We've talked about that. Now that the kids are going to be out of school and the weather's nice, we have to do that. If you can hear me, Gwen, I cannot hear you.
Emma,
there you are.
Wait, no.
There you are. Maybe. Nope. Gone again.
Back. Can you hear me now?
Okay, now you're back. Okay, now you're back.
Yep, you're back.
Where's the glittery book? The one you got me? It's over there in my dresser. It's over there, Mel. And for those in the chat who do not know, it's not a butt plug. It is a glitter lamp. And I loves it. Thank you. Oh, Mel, you're the bomb.
Where's the glittery butt plug?
Glamma takeover.
Go. Yeah. No, if anything, it would be because I was doing something wrong. You can ask Ken. I was trying so hard to figure out like how to do this today, how to do hang.
Bearded Pop Hunter said, "Whoa!" You jumped in the wrong guy.
What is he saying?
You're like cutting it out, Glamma. Why?
I don't know. Okay.
No, but he was saying the bearded pop hunter came in at the weird wrong time. Whoa, what are we talking about? Oh shoot. Night King and Danny getting married. In hell, maybe. They're both dead.
Yeah.
I'm actually we all knew she was gonna die, let's be honest. It wasn't so shocking. But after it happened.
Hey, variety show.
Oh, hey Darian, how you doing, buddy? Nice stream last night. There's always a fun time.
Can you hear me?
Drink.
Can you hear me now, Gwen?
Yes, you're cutting out a little bit. Yeah, no, there you go. That's better.
All right. Yeah, I don't. Usually I get something up on my thing if I have a bad signal, so I'm not sure if I do or if I don't. But usually it'll cut in. But I'm sure it's my end because I'm allergic to technology. So
No, you and me both, really, actually. Brad, aka Carmen. Hey, girl, what is up? You get wrenched because you, my girl, and I don't know why you're not wrenched already. Boom.
hi, Carmen.
Did you watch Game of Thrones tonight, girl? Did you enjoy it? Were you a little upset? I just a tad bit upset, but that's because it's over and we have no more. And
The party's
I
over.
really did think Grey Worm was just gonna start killing mofos.
I know. I kind of wish he did in a way because I think that he was just on the verge, like every minute of just like snapping, but he just didn't quite get there. And I think it would have been cool if he did.
She named him like War Commander or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah,
But you know, he would have given all up for his woman.
he would have. He said he was like, I want to go and live by the ocean with you when this is all over. And is John fireproof or is it just women? Her brother wasn't. I don't know. YouTube watcher. That's a good question. I don't know if it, because what was it that they said who her brother thought he was before he died from getting the gold poured on his head?
I don't.
In the first season, he kept saying, I'm the, I forgot what the title was. And then when he poured the gold on his head, Danny says it like, oh, he can't be the whatever because they can't burn or whatever. I can't remember the name. I just watched the first season again and I don't remember now what it is.
Yeah, I don't.
You have to go by the second season now. So you saw it, Variety? You saw it?
Her brother was a
Her
bad.
brother was a bastard. Technically?
No,
or
just-
metaphorically.
just metaphorically.
Because yeah.
All the bastards in this show, to be honest. Who wasn't
Yeah.
them.
I mean, did Danny? No, Danny knew who her dad was, right? He was the Mad King.
I still don't understand how. I mean, I understand how it happened, but the fact that like John and Danny were like the same age and her brother didn't appear to be that much older than her, but he had a son that was her age. That was just weird to me. Like I couldn't grasp that. You know what I'm saying? Like because Aegon Targaryen, John is her brother's son. So
well, I think he had a couple different wives, right? Weren't they from different wives? And so one was from like the first one and much younger.
Yeah, but either way,
then, I mean,
like when they showed him like with her, he looked the same as Danny did. You know what I mean? Like I feel like they kind of messed that up a little bit. Like because that would have made Danny and him like 20 years apart. Do you know what I mean? Like unless he was having sex at 12 or something, you know what I mean? So which
it's Westeros.
Well, when they showed him getting married to her, though, he was like his regular age. So it was just weird. It's like, what, you never get older? Like, you know what I mean? Because then
I don't know if the Targaryens are just younger looking anyway in general.
Yeah, I don't know. But I had a hard time grasping that. You're gone again on me, Gwen.
The one before him, the one who like told him you're the next one. Didn't he say he lived for a very, very long time and then eventually just sat there and didn't move?
I don't know. That whole thing confused me. I don't know if I like missed something there. Like I've watched all the seasons twice and I caught like a ton of things the second time around. But then I started watching it a third time and I still caught things that I missed. So I think like, every time you watch it, you're like looking for like smaller details than before. So, but that whole thing, I don't know. I kind of missed that altogether. But I power watched it. So like when it started, I actually just started watching it in September. So I power watched it over like a 2 week period when I had my first neck surgery. So I'm like, oh, I gotta lay in bed. What can I watch? Everybody's talking about this Game of Thrones thing. So I put it on and I was like nuts, but I missed a little bit of it. So I watched it a second time. And that's when I think I caught a lot more of it than I did. And then even starting the third time. So,
Hey, Kathy, did you watch it tonight?
hey,
Are you? I'm on the fence still. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. I'm glad Arya gets to go off and be an adventurer because she's just not, she's not that kind of person who, she doesn't care about thrones or being a queen or even a lady. She just wants to, you know. John was a dead man if he didn't kill Dany. You're kind of right, Kempool, and the North would burn too because the North wouldn't. When he was kissing her and stuff, he was all for real, like, I love you, you're the bomb. And she was saying, she was like, we can make the world a better place, yada yada. But when she said, but people who don't follow me don't have a choice, he knew right there, that's it, she's got to go, she's going to kill my sisters, because Sansa and Arya aren't going to put up with that shit. They're going to be like, no, ain't happening.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. I think that right at that split moment, he thought of his sisters and he's just like, well, so you're going to kill my sisters if they don't follow you? And he knew what he had to do. I mean, obviously I think he was planning it because he had the knife, I guess they all always carry something, but he had the knife.
Well, I think he was debating, and that's why he started talking to her right there. Like, let's see, wait, what happens if people now that you've taken over and you're the queen of the Seven Kingdoms, what happens now? And if she didn't, and she said it, they follow me or they die, basically.
And Ferris thinks Gendry looked pretty hot, though. He really did in that last scene. I was like, Arya, what are you thinking, girl? It's like
DK. If DK, are you still here, bro? Who should be king? And Sam stood up and was like, "Oh, I think we should let the people decide, and we should have them decide who." Like, I thought, because DK knows what I'm saying. In a stream. And I think it was Jetta Patrol had a stream that said, "What did you think is going to happen?" I was like, "Oh, they're just going to give up the throne and switch to a democratic voting system." I really thought, like, when he had that speech and he was starting, I was like, "They're really going to do it."
Well, too, where I thought Sam was like gone. Like, I thought he was like, he like went somewhere far, and then all of a sudden he's just there sitting in the chair. It was like, where did you come from?
Well, I think when he left, I think he was going home, like to get, to tie loose ends, see how his house is, whatever family he had left there.
Yeah. I thought that was good. That was the end of him. I was kind of irritated that was the end of him because I thought that was like a really rushed, weird thing that they did. Like, oh, I agree. Later, never see you again, and then was gone. I do think it's pretty cool though that like nobody let it leak about Ghost, because like the big thing, like, I don't know if you read, the director came out and said that the reason he didn't have John and Ghost come together was because the CSI would take too long, which now obviously was a big lie. He knew that John was going to see him again and do their like, oh, hey buddy.
Right. Now he's the, what are they called? Grand Maester or whatever. Now he's that. Oh, and Bron got his castle, guys. So let's all at least round of applause for that, because that boy needed his castle. That poor guy.
Oh, I'm yawning. I'm so sorry, Gwen.
No, you're good. You're good.
Exhausting day.
Yeah, it was. I was actually really nervous. I know we were communicating via Instagram, but I was really nervous all day. Like, I was at work earlier, doing my work and whatnot, and I would think about, oh, tonight's Game of Thrones. I would literally be like nervous stomach, like, I'm scared for tonight. I'm scared. I'm scared.
I was too. And Nick said, how much time passed? They didn't explain that. I don't think it was that much time. that passed because unless they were showing it in different like spurts, because John was just like riding in to not Castle Black, the Wall, whatever, the Castle Black, yeah, right, yeah,
Yeah.
he was riding into there at the same time they were like kind of meeting. So I mean, I think they were kind of trying to say it was like, you know, I mean, it could have taken them 6 months to get there, but I think it was all within the same year. I don't think that, you know, they had time to clean up and stuff, you know, and make things look decent.
Yeah, time in this show sometimes is kind of lost
Yeah.
a little bit.
Well, I think too, because they did rush it, like that it's harder to grasp on this season than other seasons, I think.
I agree with you. It's what did it say? Measure the beard. uh,
John looked all raggedy in there. It was like you think it's the next day, and all of a sudden he's like got hair out to here and a beard down to here.
yeah, because even after the long night episode, you know that was probably like a month, maybe like a month and a half after the battle of them standing, because there's no way it took them that long to like clean up all those I mean, that it was that fast to clean up all those bodies, because
yeah,
there were bodies everywhere.
Oh, and okay, speaking of bodies, did anybody else think it was really funny that like Tyrion basically walked into this massive room and Cersei and Jamie are like under this one pile of, like, and they didn't think like, I'll move over there and I won't get by rocks.
I agree with you. I'm like, there's, especially the way it made it seem like the whole castle just fell down on them.
Yeah. And like dome, you know, and there's like this pile over here and there's all this space over here. Like, oh, we'll just stand here and just get hit by a bunch of bricks. Like that was kind of stupid.
Yeah, I agree with you. And Kat, it did feel rushed. A couple episodes felt rushed. Like Glamma said, when like Sam was like, "Oh, we're leaving now. We're pregnant." And Tormund's like, "Hey man, I'm going back to the north. I'll take Ghost with me." It seemed rushed. Today seemed a little rushed. I think he walked where the second exit was. To Tyrion.
Tyrion sees like this little like space, and you think he's gonna like crawl through that little space, and all of a sudden he's like in this big room, and that was
I know, with like, and they made it seem like the whole last week they made it seem like the whole damn castle fell, but it kind of didn't. It was just this one little when it sucked. Lazy ass writers. Jason Walters. I feel ya on some of it. I did like the ending when Bronn got his castle and they were all sitting around the table. It was kind of a feel good moment.
It was. I was feeling very heavy, and so I was glad they lightened it up like that, because I didn't want to leave the show feeling that heavy feeling in my chest.
Yeah, it's there was the heavy feeling in my chest for me was Drogon. That whole thing just,
yeah. I think Ghost was a happy thing too, even though he's missing half his head. So it was like a happy, you know, thing.
For anybody who reads the books, though, and the last one, because isn't it supposed to be the last one he's writing, comes out, please, God, let me know if it's like anything.
He's supposed to be writing two more books.
Oh. I hope John finds another hot spring. Can't pull me. Speaking of my soul right now, because when he went north, I was like, so does that mean he's just like, screw this? I'm just going to go be a wildling? And I was like, yeah, that's right. You go find yourself another little redhead. You go yourself. You go make some babies.
Bye, Jacob. Jacob said he's going to go cry.
Bye, Jacob. I'm sorry.
We'll be okay tomorrow, Jacob. I promise.
Yeah. And, you know, the actress is still alive. Just throwing it out there. Jacob.
Base child, no, they did not cut off John's balls. I don't think they do that to them when they go there to the wall.
Yeah, I don't think.
I think it's just a vow they take of poverty and no
Yeah,
love.
you're not allowed to do that sort of thing.
Yeah.
They don't
Because
cut
otherwise that would have happened already and he wouldn't have got it on with his now wife in real life. So
They said no children. Grey Worm would make sure for revenge. I mean, time for sleep. Just pop in and have fun. Good night, Kathy.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm sad for this, and I don't know. Does anybody know when they said time frame for the prequel? Because
no, I think he's still writing the book, so I'm sure it's going to be a couple years at least.
he was walking funny. He did not get his nuts chopped off. Okay, they don't do that. So when you go to the wall, you just you do an oath, and if you break that oath, then you die.
It's like being a priest. They take like those like the vows of the wall or whatever. But we know how that whole priest thing worked out. So
right, and and look at John didn't even care. He was like, whatever. Later, I'm out. Bye. 50 years, Alexandra. It can't be 50 years. I'd be so sad.
Nobody would even know probably what the first Game of Thrones was about.
Grey Worm can now liberate Narth. I felt he's like his story, even though the show's ending, like his story's like not over. But that's also why I was kind of happy with stuff too, like with Arya, like her story's definitely not over. I mean, I know the show's over, so you don't get to see past that, but that she's, still having adventures, still, although I did kind of want her to be with Gendry. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, they're going to have the sequel far enough, like where like all of them will have died, because none of them are going to come back and do the show, obviously.
No.
So it's going to have to be like their kids and that kind of thing. So they're going to have to let enough time pass, I think, to kind of make that believable.
Yeah. But can we also say too that Tyrion survived? All right. I know a lot of people are upset that Dany died and stuff, but this whole time I said if anything ever happened to Tyrion, I would stop watching the show. So
I agree. I love Tyrion. He's like my favorite character, I think, in the show. He always made me laugh. I thought he was great. I'm so glad that he lived. I would have been sad if he died.
Alexandra presses, what are you going to talk about next week? You know what? I don't know, Alexandra. I did say I wanted to start doing more let's talk about it. It's about other things besides shows. So I'll probably do that. Stranger Things is coming out. Season 3 is coming out soon, so there's that. Although that's on Netflix, so I would just binge it.
I've never seen Stranger Things.
Glamma, you really gotta get on it. It's so good.
I know everybody says that. I tried to watch it, and I don't remember who I said this to, but there was too many kids in it, and it reminded me of my own household, like because I have had kids in my house for so long, and I'm like, I can't watch kids on TV for fun. Not yet. I'm like, I have too many of my own I'm watching.
I have four of them.
Yeah.
And I did have my niece and nephew over this weekend. They spent the night last night. So my house is filled with kids.
I think it's the length of time I've been doing this. 27 years is a long time to be raising children. I'm like, I want to watch the raping and pillaging and like stuff that it doesn't involve children. So it was hard for me, I think, to like it because
I loved it because of the 80s nostalgia feel mostly. Like everything about it was like, man, it's like the shows we watched, the costumes we wore at Halloween time, like it's
that far into it. So maybe I just need to, because I tell everybody, I need to heed my own advice. I tell everybody, get through the first season of anything. And I only got through the first couple episodes.
Queen Bee Customs, the wait between seasons is brutal. For what? Stranger Things or Game of Thrones? Because that last wait between Game of Thrones was brutal
Yeah. Hi, Queen Bee Customs.
and also very it was long. But that's the thing. Okay, a lot of people this season, and I understand this, I do, are like pissed because it's like it took so long, and and we only got 6 episodes.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of like, hey, it felt rushed.
Yeah.
And because there was a Starbucks cup in a scene or something, like, which I still haven't gone back to like go see if I see this freaking Starbucks cup.
I did, and I couldn't see it. I have no idea where the Starbucks cup was.
Yeah, me either. I kind of know what scene it was supposed to be in, but
yeah, no, and then there was another one on from last week's that like, oh, Drogon was so or I don't know, Drogon was upset or Danny was upset or whatever because Danny fell off, because there was a scene that showed her like not on him, like she was on him, then she wasn't, then she was on him again, like flying through the air, burning everything.
Oh, I didn't hear about that one. Yeah, people get so upset about like little. I know a few seasons back too, there was like a long shot of, I think it was Dorne, and in like the far background, you could see a couple cars parked. People were really pissed about that too.
Oh, funny. You know what? Yeah, Winterfell has a Starbucks.
You know, they need it. They need a hot cup of coffee for the ready. It's cold up in Winterfell.
Right? Well, and it's cold.
Hey, Elisa. She said, hey, stopping by to say hi, but I don't want to be spoiled. Hashtag your number one fan. Thank you. Hashtag your number one fan. I hope you and Cap enjoy. That's all I got to say about this last episode.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that haven't seen it yet. Oh, hey, Ohana.
It says they removed it digitally, the Starbucks cup. Did they, Nick? I believe it. I believe they were like, go back real quick, erase that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see it. And Mel said she watched it 7 times and didn't see it. So I don't know. I don't know if it was there on like a first take and it got leaked or what, but I didn't see it anywhere. And I watched the whole scene like twice and I couldn't find it when she was sitting at the table there. So
oh, Hannah, hello. How you doing, girl? That girl, she punked us all the other day. I love you, but you punked me. She had a live stream where she was crying and she said somebody had, you know, I forgot who the other YouTuber was, but she's saying they made fun of her. And I was like, who do I have to throw punch? I will catch a case for you, Ohana. She was just like, psych. I was like, you bitch. You bitch.
she can do the longest live streams ever. I sometimes like I go to sleep and she's live and I wake up and she's live. Or it'll say like just went live like an hour ago and the live stream was like 7 hours long or something. I'm like, oh my gosh, I wouldn't be able to talk.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it, Ohana. I can't. I was hoping Drogon would come and pick up John. Speech fairies, Drogon thing. I'm happy he's alive too, because I really did think if Danny died, he had to die, because who's going to control the dragon? Who's going to tame the beast, so to speak? But again, I feel this. I'm happy that he lived, and I'm also happy that it's like the story of Drogon's not over, because Bran can use his powers and warge what he's doing, and potentially use him in the future to, you know.
I'm determined that there will be more baby dragons. This is not over for the dragons. I refuse to accept it.
I hope so. I hope so too. Well, we won't know though, right? Because it's over.
Yeah, not for a while.
So sad. Yeah, he can. I think so. I think Bran can warge Drogon. I think he can pretty much do warge anybody you want, even humans, right? At some point.
I think he warged that horse, the white horse that came to Arya.
Oh, yes, Glamma. I thought that too.
Yeah.
But it was a little weird, right? Because last week's ended with her and that white horse. And not only was like,
and then that was just gone. It's like, yeah.
Right? I'm like, where did she ride the horse up the street a little bit and then jump off of it? And I
going anywhere far.
Right, exactly. Because that was the palace, right? Where she snuck up out of nowhere next to John, right? Like she was such a ninja. She just showed up and he's like, oh man, what the hell are you doing here?
Like, whoa.
Oh man. But not only that, they showed the white horse. It seemed like it was illuminated, that a light was hitting it. Like, here you go, hun. And I thought she was going to get on that horse and take her ass straight to Winterfell and be like, and start like, going to cahoots with Sansa.
Yes.
Be like, hey, girl, you're not going to believe what I just saw. We can't let this girl rule, kind of thing. But
that's what I thought was going to happen. And then, like you said, it's like, oh, she galloped up the street. Hey.
Yeah, then jumped off and just watched the show. I didn't get it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and a lot of people were saying too, like the white horse represents death, like Arya's death, and she's
It does?
yeah.
Represent death.
Because like in the Bible and a lot of the stories, death rides a pale horse.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, oh, the horse is significant. Bran Ward's the horse. She's gonna get on that bad boy and take off, and it nothing happened. She just went up a couple blocks to the freaking
Well, and maybe it was just representing like getting her out of like the death area or something. I don't know, because she had all the people, all the dead people laying around or whatever, and except for that one guy who was like walking around moaning at the beginning with like having.
Oh, I know. I was like, who's that? I thought he was gonna like grab Tyrion or something and do so. I got real nervous, but it was just a bunch of sad people. And even like John and a couple other of the Northmen were like behind him, just like walking. I don't know where they all knew they were supposed to be going after all that craziness. It was just
I was waiting for the very end when they were all John and everybody was walking in the forest for like them to like show by a tree like a White Walker or something, like just like, and then end it, like have just like this glimpse of like they're not really all gone.
Oh yeah, when they were all I agree with you.
Yeah,
I felt
cool too if they did some, just kind of like that cliffhanger thing. I think would have been pretty cool.
How do the other kingdoms stay if the North is out? I mean, Kemple, I agree with you. Why wouldn't the rest of them be like, hey, man, well, I'm the ruler of Dorne, and we don't really care what you're about you anyway. And wait, who died? I want to know. Brendan McGowan. A lot of people died, but not one important person died tonight.
Very important person.
And the rest kind of were already dead from last week.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to what Ken said. I agree. Like, why at this point in time, why do we all need to rule under Bran? Why don't the Greyjoys just rule freaking Daenerys? Yes. Why? Why would you want to be spoiled, Brendan? Don't do it.
Don't listen to us.
Just go la 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 la.
Good night. I'll talk to you tomorrow, Kent.
Bye, Kent, and thank you so much. Because of you, I now own the 4-pack. Video coming soon. The knight should have won. He was way cooler.
Cooler.
What?
Is that a pun? Cooler?
Yeah, I don't know. You're trying to be funny, babe. She's too pretty to die. Brendan, she is too pretty, but she ate it.
She died pretty, though.
She did.
She didn't die an ugly death. She died just with a little trickle of blood coming down her.
Oh, cute like.
It wasn't like a big like butcher scene or anything like that. Thank goodness.
Man,
that would my TV if they like butchered her up. I think that would have.
I'm glad they didn't, because I could not have handled that.
No, neither.
Because again, I was Team Daenerys all until last week, and even tonight, I still wanted to believe in her. And when she was telling him, the stuff she was telling him, like, oh, I'm going to make the world a better place. I'm going to break the wheel and everything. Again, though, until she said, but if they don't follow me, then they have no choice. They die. Then I was kind of like, Well, no, she's got to go. She's got to go.
I still feel sorry for her though.
No, I do too. I do.
Yeah. So I can't, she's still, like you said, she's still my girl. I mean, I just feel like she just went off track for just a little bit, and I feel bad she died. I really do. By the man that she loved.
I don't think the Night King died. I think he transported to a galaxy far, far away and was reborn as Darth Maul.
That could be, considering they went to write Star Wars.
Hey, man.
So maybe he'll show up there.
Worlds will collide. Things will meld. It sounds good. Sounds doable. Make it happen, writers.
That's going to be a Saturday Night Live. They're going to have like Star Wars and Game of Thrones colliding.
Yup.
Wow.
I hate Jon Snow now. He did the right thing. Incest leads to murder. I mean, I guess you're not right. You're not wrong, Space Child.
That's like, what do they call it? Like the warning labels on something. It has to have the incest warning label. It leads to death.
I'm sorry, Alexandra. You must be sleepy because you don't watch Game of Thrones. But I appreciate you for being here.
Yes.
I love you. Much love. He had to kill her. She was cray-cray. I agree, Speech Fairies.
I mean, he basically saved the world by doing it.
Right. But even that was rushed to me, I felt. Like, 1 week she was fine and she was going about her business. Like, you know, still focused on getting the throne. And you're like, I'm still Team Dany. And then, yes, Missandei died and it pissed her off. But it went from that to like Crazy Town. Let's blow the whole place up. It was insane and rushed. I felt there needed to be a little bit more tragedy for her to get that batshit crazy.
I still wish that she would have just like flown in by Cersei and then Drogon just like torched her. I think that would have been a way better ending than her and Jaime. I mean, Jaime could have been in her arms. I don't care. He could have torched them both. But I think that that should have been done by somebody.
Yeah. Hey, Geek Out Cinema. How you doing? Anybody in the chat who does not know Geek Out Cinema, you should check him out. He does streams. The other day, he had the guy, I forgot his name, Sean Whalen, I believe. The guy who played Roach and People Under the Stairs.
I just subscribed to Geek Out Cinema. Everybody, if you don't know him, go ahead.
He likes horror. And like, you know, if you're in my stream, then you know I do too. And most of you are here because, except for you, Alexandra, you're just here because you like me and love me. And
Speech Fairy said, I still don't know how she got her hair braided after Missandei died.
Can we go back to that real quick? I mean, seriously, she must have invested so much money in Aquanet. I don't understand.
Seriously, because that hair did not move on the dragon. It didn't move. I mean, she was like perfect. She just like torched an entire like castle village, and she comes down and she's like, her hair was perfect. Her face was like porcelain white. It's like, come on. She would have had mascara running down her face.
I know. I had a 5-hour shift to work and I look like a hot mess. This broad is like perfectly coiffed. Like, I just got off my dragon.
Yeah. My dragon.
And who took the time? I mean, Jesus. She went into battle and it's still... the dead can't matter. She was throwing swords. Still perfect. Perfectly coiffed hair. I'm jealous. Jealous. That is her superpower. That and, you know, taming Grey Worm braided her hair. Did he? Did he?
He may have.
What? Whose confusion?
Oh, Mary doesn't watch it either, I don't think.
You don't watch Game of Thrones, Mary? You have to. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. George is going to sell a shitload of books. Yeah, for sure. Because people are going to want a better ending than what I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. I think it was rushed, but they're going to want a better ending in that book.
Oh, Mary doesn't have HBO.
Oh, I feel you. I feel you on that. I didn't have HBO for like 2 seasons, and I had to go back and, you know, binge them, and then get back to
Netflix or no? It's
huh?
not yet, is it?
What?
It's not on Netflix yet, is it?
No, I don't think so. But if you have HBO, then you have either the Go app or on demand, so you can watch all the seasons now because that's the way I'm doing it through the PlayStation View. Yeah, there's going to be a different ending in the books for sure.
Yeah.
And I really want to get started reading the books. If I can find time to do so, that would be great. Dang, dude, I'm pissed. I don't even care if she's crazy. She's crazy hot. I don't even watch the show. I just have a crush on Daenerys. I did too, Brendan. I did. And she is hot. And, you know, like, she was also, like, just the badass. She's who you rooted for a couple seasons, at least for me. And I know for you, Glamma, was definitely rooting for her.
Obsessed with her. Absolutely
Yes.
obsessed. Now it's like, do I leave all my stuff out? Do I pack it away? Like, I don't even know what to do with all my Game of
No,
Thrones.
you leave it out, girl, and you appreciate it. And
I'm going to.
and
Ops. Now I got to finish. A Headless Ned was going for like $600 and some today on eBay.
what?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
So I think they're going to start all tanking. So keeping my fingers crossed. Yeah, I still wasn't ready to pay $600 for a pop, because I still think they're going to come lower. But that's a big dip from where it was a week ago. I mean, the other ones were still higher, but this one had like 23 bids on it or something like that.
Well, I hope you get it. I hope you get it. Have you bought any of the mystery boxes because that was a possible pull?
I did in the beginning, and then I was getting so many duplicates and mystery boxes, I stopped getting them. So I just, because I looked at, I'm like, because there was mystery boxes for like $300. I'm like, I could pop $300 for one of the pops I don't have. You know what I mean? I mean, sure, I don't have the chance to get a Headless Ned, but I still have, because I think I have like 80 something of them, so I'm missing like 20. So, and of course, they're the really higher priced ones. So,
well, you know, I don't buy mystery boxes like ever, but I'm thinking about really getting one of the Pop King Paul boxes because I like how he does it where like you explain to him what you collect.
Yes.
And then he from there kind of, curates a box specific to you. I like that idea. I can get down. I can get behind that.
Not to give any spoilers, but I am going to be giving away one of his boxes for my 500 subscriber live. So,
yes. All right. Well, anybody who's not subscribed to Glamma, subscribe to her. Let's get her there, and then we can all.
No, I'm there. I've hit it already. I just have to figure out how to do my video.
Oh, honey, don't even apologize. I've been trying to figure out too about my 1,500 subscriber. I've been there for a minute now, and I have to. I wanted to do something. Trying to do something a little different.
Yeah.
To how to give it away, because I mean, a random comment picker. Yeah, it's been done. I'm trying to figure.
Yeah, I think Kent is going to just let me come on his channel and do it, because when I realized in order to do the Hangouts, I have to have either a laptop or like a standalone computer. And I have the standalone computer, but my office is completely ripped up, so it's not hooked up. And my laptop's super old. So everybody else has a new laptop in the house. I don't. So I can't do it on my iPad. So, and I don't want to go live for my first live all by myself. So.
Marion from Variety Show said dibs on Glamma's giveaway.
There's going to be a couple of them. So.
Here's what should have happened. Daenerys catches Jon Blade and kills him. She gets on her dragon and flies into the sky. The end. God, I'm angry, bro. She's so pretty to die. I'm sorry, Brendan. Sorry. You said you didn't even watch the show, man. So
I know he knows all this stuff about Drogon and stuff. He doesn't watch the show. That's hilarious.
Hello, Shahid Turner. We're doing good. We were talking Game of Thrones. Lady Funko was sending you a mystery box. I can't wait. She does mystery boxes?
No, just she's doing one for him. Like he doesn't know what he's getting, type of a thing.
Oh, okay. I know a lot of people are starting to do that. I know Xavier the Geek started doing it, and I know a couple other people, but I don't really buy too many mystery boxes.
I need to find a good trading group.
Yeah. I really need to catch up on Game of Thrones. Yes, you do, Geek Out Cinema. It's great. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. I feel dumb buying an Iron Throne pop. Why? Speech fairies? Well, because it no longer exists.
Oh, yeah, true.
Do you think that would be a pop scene too? Like Drogon fire melted
That could be like not a movie, not it's not a movie, but like yeah, some kind of a moment from that.
Brennan, the Red Wedding is one of the episodes that like true God fans were just left like, what the F? I can't even function after the Red Wedding. That there are tons of buy, sell, and trade groups on Facebook. Yes, that's true, Mary.
Yeah, I'm actually in the process of changing my Facebook right now, so because I don't use my personal one. So I got to make a Glamma one, and I didn't know how to do that either. So somebody finally explained it to me, so I'm good.
I don't know how to do that myself, so don't feel bad.
I didn't even think you have to sign out first, and then sign in with a different, like make a new one after you sign out. So
Yeah,
I could do it while I was signed in as me, and I'm like, I can't change my they wouldn't let me make another one because I was signed in as me. So
yeah, I can't. I don't know how to figure out because I can't link my Instagram up top in my banner to my YouTube because I have a different email for my Instagram because I had it for like years, and then I made my YouTube. So I try to link the two, but I can't.
hi.
Hey, Amy Butcher, how you doing?
I will, Brent the Punisher. As soon as I will let you know as soon as I make one.
Yes. And again, Branch, if you want to drop the link to that, anybody else want to join, do it. I should end this very soon, guys, because I got to get up early.
Yeah, me too. Lauren's got school in the morning. Last week of school, thank God.
Oh, really? My kids don't get out till the 20th.
She's graduating, so they get out. I mean, they would normally get out. I want to say like the first week in June, but because she's graduating 8th grade, they get out early. So
Where are you from, Amy Butcher, that you just woke up? My daughter graduates this year too, and she gets out a week earlier too, but it's like June 20th.
okay. Yeah, Amy is actually she's from the States, but she works like crazy shifts.
Oh.
So
I will be working crazy shifts too soon. I will be doing the 4 a.m. shift, which is insane because I'm a night owl. So this is going to be a transition period for me, guys. So, I got to juggle the being a mom, making YouTube videos, new job.
you're doing it very well, Gwen.
I try. It's all anybody can do, right? Just try and laugh.
Oh.
Congrats on the graduation of your daughter. Oh, thank you, Mary. Daughter. She's great.
Oh, thank you, Mary. And Speech Fairies, we're glad that we could process this with you as well.
Yeah, man, because I'm feeling a little better about it. When it was, where are you working? I can't say, Mary. 777. I don't want to, I want to throw it out there. Security reasons.
Security.
Security.
How you doing?
If anybody's looking for him, AT&T is restocking the metallic ice form Darth Maul this week. Oh, the metallic ice form Darth Maul. You're talking about the Branch July 22nd, I heard. Oh, that's when you're talking about the clear ice Night King, right?
Metallic Night King.
No, but there's one that's coming out that's...
He's talking about the AT&T Metallic Night King. He's just calling him Darth Maul.
Oh.
Yeah, well, it's not coming out till November. I already pre-ordered it.
Oh, you did? Wow. Do you think 2 years was worth the wait for the season?
No.
That's yeah.
It's a long time to wait for a season. I understand a year, but 2 years and then 6 episodes, it's kind of weak.
Yeah. I agree. Well, anyway, I think I'm going to end it now, guys, because I hear one of my children who should
All
be.
right. And thank you everybody for chatting.
Yes, guys, and Glamma. I want to do a mommyhood. Let's talk about it stream, which I would love for you to come on. And I'm thinking about asking, who else? Who else was mommies? You, maybe Jess from Two Peas in a Pop, and Lindsay B. I want Lindsay B.
Yeah, no, that would be great.
And then we'll just talk about, mommyhood stuff. And
Oh my gosh, I got lots of funny stories for mommyhood.
exactly.
And I'm an open book.
I am too. That's why I said I wanted to start this new series, like the Let's Talk About It, but like talk about things, like motherhood and relationships, sex even, guys. I don't care. I would talk to you like I would talk to my friends.
I do the same thing. So
so yeah, anybody else too want to be involved with those? I do have a few people who are actually interested in the religion. Let's talk about it. Which I was surprised.
I think religion and politics shouldn't be things you talk
yeah.
Honey, I'm not a judgmental person. I in no way would I what do you call it? Put a negative light on that sort of thing. Just discuss it.
Yeah, those are two things you're not supposed to talk about.
I agree. Most people say that, but I'm not most people. So anyway, guys, thank you so much, Glamma. Thank you so much for coming out, guys. And I don't know, next show too that we'll talk about will probably be Stranger Things. So much love, Funko fam, YouTube fam.
Bye, everybody.
Love you and love, peace, and chicken grease.
Bye.